Joyce was born in Dublin in 1882 into a Catholic family. After studying at university in Dublin, he moved to France, but returned home because of his mother's illness. Her death was a traumatic event for him, but Joyce found relief in writing, working on Stephen King and some short stories. The turning point in his life came with his first meeting with Nora Barnes, a day that would later form the basis of his masterpiece Ulysses. Tired of the stagnation in Dublin and Ireland, Joyce left his native country, settling in Trieste, where he made a living as a bank clerk and teacher. During these years, he was financially supported by some of his students, including the Italian writer Italo Svevo. In 1914, Joyce finally publishes Dubliners. He wrote his only theatrical work, Exiles, in 1916. With the outbreak of World War I, Joyce moved to Zurich, where he began working on Ulysses. In 1920, he settled in Paris, where he completed Finnegan's Wake. After the German occupation of France, Joyce moved back to Switzerland, where he died in 1941.
The role of art. James Joyce's self-imposed exile in a series of notably polyglot and cosmopolitan European cities, Trieste, Paris, Zurich, after 1904 was perfectly consistent with his view of art and artists. Joyce rejected the belief in art for art's sake because he believed that the artist's task to render to describe life objectively, and this led to the isolation of artists from society. James thought that art had the important social function of increasing people's awareness of their own readers with an objective image of life by representing the whole range of human experiences. Themes. The recurrent themes of Joyce's works are those of paralysis, search for freedom, exile, and self-fulfillment, as well as the human condition, in order to express the thoughts and feelings of the other men as objectively as possible. Joyce advocated that artists be completely invisible in their works. In other words, a work of art had to be a totally impersonal creation where no judgment was offered. Joyce focused on the inner world of his protagonist, led him to explore thorny attitudes such as sexual repression, taboos, and guilt, and to adopt a variety of narrative voices, viewpoints, and styles. Style. His style, technique, and language developed from the realism through the use of free direct speech to the entire monologue with two levels of narration. He evolved from the linear plot and the logical syntax of the stories collected in Dubliners to the extreme experimentation. He also used symbols and allegories in all his works. For example, the city of Dublin is the constant setting of his fictional accounts at the center of the modern universe and the symbol of paralysis of man. Joyce often used classical myths as a way of controlling and giving shape and significance to the fragment quality of contemporary life.
is a collection of stories of the region and brutality. These characters are the product of a society that evokes frustrations derived from a narrow social and religious conformity. It focuses on two aspects: paralysis and escape. Moral paralysis caused by the politics and religion of the time. The escape is a consequence of the paralysis, the moment when the characters understand their own condition. It is a collection of 15 stories published in 1914. The book is set in Dublin and it focusing on the lives of ordinary people in the city. The stories are often linked with exploring issues such as paralysis, loneliness, and the search for meaning in life. One of the key features of Dubliners is Joyce's use of epiphanies, or moment of realization, like in The Death, when Gabriel understands something about his wife's life that he never knew. This moment of revelation can be seen as a way for the characters to break free from the paralysis that keeps them stuck in their unhappy lives. Overall, Dubliners is a powerful exploration of the human experience, offering a rich portrait of life in early 20th century Dublin. The book is widely regarded as a masterpiece of modernist literature and remains a popular and influential work today.
Dubliners is characterized by Joyce's precise to capture the psychology of the character in a realistic way. The stories focus on moments of epiphany, sudden revelation that lead protagonists to awareness of themselves and the world around them. Joyce uses stream of consciousness, detailed descriptions, and dialogue to express the character in complexity. Another key element in Joyce's writing is the technique of social realism, which led the author to examine the social, religious, and political condition of Dublin. The context of the city, described as a place of stagnation, corruption, and suffering, is central throughout the collection.